If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Oh, hey, welcome back, friends, to another episode of TED Talks Guitars and Life. Man, I hope your day is going great. I hope you're hanging out with people who love and affirm you, man, that you are digging what you do and doing what you dig. Jack, today, a little something different on the channel. We have a Squier Strat. This Squier Strat belongs to my nephew, and he has gone completely sticker crazy, Jack. Yeah, man, this is hanging out with me for a while at my house, and I thought I might as well take a look at it. Yeah, so what we're going to do in this video is we are going to assess the Squier Strat. I don't know what year this was made. What I can tell you is that it was crafted in Indonesia and it was designed and backed by Fender. It says on the headstock, Squier by Fender Strat. You know, I don't think the guitar sounds horrible at all. It actually sounds pretty good. It sounds better than I thought it would, truthfully. But it just doesn't feel great to play it. So I think with a little bit of love, a little TLC goes a long way. We can get this thing playing much, much better, and it'll be a much more enjoyable journey. So I've been playing this Strat for a little while today. I played it a few moments, past few days, just throughout the day, checking things out, and thought I'd put together a list of things that I would do to the guitar if it were my guitar to increase the enjoyability factor when I play this guitar. The guitar goes in and out of tune pretty quickly. Easiest fix is probably right here. That is not supposed to wiggle like that. So we will make a little project plan as we go. So immediate fix would be to tighten up that output jack. That I can do in about 20 seconds. I was going to do it before the vid, but I thought, hey man, I'm going to make a vid, might as well show everybody, hey, your jack ain't supposed to do that, Jack. So that should be the easiest fix that we've got going on the guitar. You may or may not have noticed as I was switching through pickups that you've got a little bit of a staticky sound, so we can blow those bad boys out with some cleaner. Do away with that nonsense. The pickups seem to be working. It's bridge. It's 2. It's 3. It's 4. And 5. Yeah. So all the pickups work, the electronics appear to work. The pots feel okay. It's kind of hard to tell because there's stickers on here, and I don't know if a sticker had come up a little bit and is impeding me turning that, but it sounds a little weird to me. But again, it may just be riding on some stickers that have come off the top of the guitar. So we've got a little bit of a loosey-goosey output jack. This strap lock back here is turning. It's not horrible, but we can snug that up for sure. There's no trim on the guitar, so I'm assuming that that is blocked. I haven't taken the trim cover off to check that out yet, but it does not feel like that moves, and that may just be his player preference. On the back of the guitar we simply have a plate that says Squier on it. Yeah, man, it's pretty light. I'd say it probably weighs somewhere in the ballpark of 6 pounds. I'll do an official weighing and put that in the description below in case anybody is interested in that. So we've got an output jack that's loose. We've got a strap button that is loose. Those are easy fixes. By way of playability, several things. One is the guitar is not intonated. That is an easy fix. I know how to intonate a guitar by adjusting the saddles. Yeah, so we can intonate the guitar. That would not be a problem. The neck of the guitar feels, it's mostly kind of unfinished, and I cannot tell if that is just dirt buildup on the back. I probably should have washed my hands before I pick anything up. Yeah, I would want to take that down with a little 2000 grit sandpaper, get that silky smooth, maybe put a layer of True Oil and then my Howard feed and wax on that bad boy and get that silky, get that silky smooth. The fret ends are not sharp unless you get all the way up here on the 21st fret, but I can feel them more than I would like. If this were my guitar, I would follow those frets down the edges just a little bit so that I did not feel those as much. The board is very dry. It just needs to be cleaned. It needs to be conditioned. The frets themselves, you could probably hear the scratch. Very scratchy. And so in terms of enjoyability, if your guitar has scratchy frets like that, one, it makes it, when you bend, it makes it not enjoyable to bend. And when you slide up and back, it feels like the frets are catching my fingers, if that makes any sense. It's just kind of gummy and gunky. And so, yeah, I would deal with the back of the neck. I would deal with the fret ends by way of filing those down some. And you always run the risk when you do that of scratching your board up a little bit. But I would rather have a little scratched up board than have frets that felt like that. Clean condition the fingerboard. I don't know if the frets are level. One of the reasons I don't know if the frets are leveled is because that action is super high. And you guys who hang on the channel, oh, by the way, if it's your first time, welcome. Come back anytime and hang out with us at Ted Talks Guitars and Life. But because the action is so high, I have not encountered any buzz on any of these frets. Now, the neck has a lot of relief in it right now. And so the combination of the relief in the neck and the high strings, I don't know if the frets are leveled or not. So if it were my guitar, I would take the strings off, I would level the neck, I would check the frets to make sure that they're all copacetically level. And then after I had leveled any frets that needed to be leveled, they may all be level. I don't know. I'm just saying that should I level the frets, then I would want to crown the frets. I would want to polish the frets really good, get those silky smooth. And again, just make this a more enjoyable feeling guitar. So intonation, fretwork, tuning stability. The guitar does go in and out of tune. What I would need to determine is whether or not that is a nut issue. These metal string trees are not helping. I have some rolling string trees around the shop that I could throw on there. The tuners, there's a couple that have a little bit of slack in them, but for the most part they seem to be okay. But when you have a tuning problem, okay, it could be several things. One, we know the guitar has not been intonated, okay? So that means that when you fret a note, it's just going to be a little sharp or a little flat than it should be. And you're going to hear that in your ear, even if you don't know that you're hearing it. It's just not going to sound right. You're not going to know why. And it's probably because the guitar, one, is not intonated. Two, it could be that we have a nut problem or a combination of a nut problem, the string trees, and maybe the tuners are not holding tune as well as they should. So the other thing that I would say about the guitar, and you guys probably cannot see that from here, but this guitar is covered with stickers. And so the pick guard is under the stickers. So for me, if it were my guitar, what I would do is I would take a razor blade. That is if I wanted to retain all of the art, we'll call it art, on the guitar. I would take a razor blade and I would cut the outline of the pick guard to where if I ever needed to, I could get that pick guard off. Right now, if there's a pickup problem, you can't get to the pickups, okay, because this is taped down basically by a series of stickers. So one, I would just encourage anybody that's going to sticker up a guitar, go ahead and get a razor blade and go around the outline. Now carefully, because what you're going to do is cut into the paint if you're not careful. But you don't want your pick guard stuck there, okay? Now, assuming that we cut around the pick guard to where it is not stuck there, if I took out the screws, it would come off and I could get to the pickups and all those things. Then what I would do if this were my guitar is I'd make a decision as to whether or not I like this look or I don't. One of the things that makes this guitar not enjoyable to play is that the stickers are coming up off of the guitar. And so I'm in the middle of playing the guitar and I just, hit sticker and then I feel it down here on my sleeve and it hits, this part hits my leg. And so if you like the look of this, what I would do is I would figure out, and I'd have to do research on this because I've never done this kind of thing before. Maybe what we do is we shoot it with clear coat. Hey guys, put it in the comments if you had a guitar that had a bunch of stickers on it and you did not want the stickers coming off the guitar ever. They were going to be on there long term and you had removed the pick guard and the pick guard would be covered with stickers as well. Would you shoot it with clear coat? Would you put like aqua coat on there? Would you put like True Oil over it? What could you put over the stickers that would create one, them not coming up anymore, but that would this would just be a smooth surface that was artsy craftsy. We'll go with that. So yeah, that's what I think I would recommend. I would recommend that very much, just to do away with anything that distracts me as a player from playing the guitar. So what I'm going to do in the next section of this vid, or maybe in a follow-up vid, I don't know quite how long this one is just yet, is that I'll do just a little bit of work on the guitar and I'll do the free stuff, okay? Now I've got to check with my nephew first, guys, so I'm not going to attack somebody's guitar without permission. This is just kind of show and tell. I'm just showing you that for those of you who are buying a used guitar, or you've purchased a used guitar already, or you just bought a brand new guitar and you're trying to figure out what you're looking for and what you're listening for, Playability Playability is the name of the game. Is the neck comfortable for you to slide up and down on? Are the necks, nope. Are the frets comfortable? Are the frets scratchy? Is the fingerboard dry? Does it need to be conditioned? Does the guitar go in and out of tune while you're playing it? If you don't know how to check your intonation, all you have to do is get some kind of headstock tuner. These are okay as a starting point. Really what you need is a chromatic tuner, like something that's on my pedal board. If you got a lot of money and you can buy a strobe tuner, you could do that. I don't even know how much those cost or where to get them because I can't afford them. I've got a little chromatic rock stock pedal down here that serves my purposes just fine. But what you want to do is you want to tune the E string, and then this note and this should be the same. Yeah, so if we put our headstock tuner on here, and I know you can't see that in the camera. So I've got a perfect, well, you know, perfect-ish E, fretted. I've got a pretty solid E as well. It's going a little bit flat on the end. So that just means I would need to adjust the saddle. The B one, I would need to tune it again, and I just tuned this guitar like, I don't know, a minute ago. It needs to be tweaked a little bit. The G is flat. The D is sharp. The A is going sharp. And the E is way sharp. So that just means when you fret, okay, so this note right here, the 3rd fret on the 6th string, is a G. So right now, when I play it, it's G sharp. It's it's not a G. So that just means it's not going to sound exactly right. Now you may be thinking, maybe you're a new player, and you're thinking, man, I would never hear the difference. Guys, you would hear the difference. You may not know quite what's wrong, but you would sense that something is wrong. And look, your G being a little sharp, it's not the end of the day, but you know. So, anyway, that's what I would do to the guitar if it were mine. I'm going to send this vid to my nephew and ask him what he thinks. If he wants me to work on all the free parts, I can work on the free parts. I don't think we would have to spend one dime. I've got an extra set of strings. That's the other thing. These strings are pretty old. Yeah, so it's just snugging up some screws. The fretwork I can do. I've got everything I need to do that. The strings, I've got a pack of strings over there. I've got string trees over there that I can just throw on there. If we needed to get tuners, that would be an expense, but we're going to do everything we can not to have to get tuners. But if we do all the things that we can do for free and then decide, or in our playing experience, we've still got some tuning stability issues, then we may look at tuners and see what we can get done there. Well, what an adventure, man, this thing called guitars and life is. Wherever you are in your guitar journey, man, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. Catch you down the road. Pretty much. See? Gotta fix that, man. Yep, pretty much. Whoa, wow.